Today we are going to study about sales management. In any company, special focus is given on sales management because it is only through effective sales management that sales revenue of a company can be increased. Sales is basically an exchange process. Technically, in modern context, it is the exchange of goods and services for money or currency. In earlier days, barter system was prevalent. In barter system, goods were exchanged in lieu for goods. Even today, in the Junbil Mela of Assam, barter system is practiced on the first day of Mela in symbolic form. And the term management in sales management refers to the management of sales personnel and activities that make up the company's sales effort. In retail environment, generally the store manager, department managers, and team leaders are entrusted with the task of organizing, planning, and implementing the sales effort so as to achieve the organizational goals. As I have said earlier, sales management refers to the management of a company or firm's sales operations, specifically focusing on the practical applications of sales techniques. Now, the question is why sales management is important. Sales management is important, or any company gives special focus on sales management because it is the source of revenue generation and profit maximization. The sales effort helps in achieving organizational goals of commercial entities to maximize their profit margins, to enhance their market share, to increase sales volume, or return on investment. So, it is the source of revenue and profit is basically through sale of products and services offered by that particular company. So, if the operations cost of a company is lower, then the difference between net sales revenue and operation cost will give the profit earned by that company. So, any company focuses on minimizing their operation cost and simultaneously increase their sales revenue through increase in sales of products and services offered by the company. So sales management task basically involves analyzing, planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of the company's sales effort. So if you observe this slide carefully, all these functions are the basic managerial functions. So if you want to know more about the basic managerial functions, you may watch the video on managerial functions, and the link is provided in the description box below. The components of a successful sales process involves contact, prospecting. So the first step in this process is contact. Contact basically refers to identification and of potential customers and communicating with potential customers. Then the second stage, prospecting, is the process of bringing together the potential customer and the seller's offerings. That means the product or the services offered by that particular company. Negotiation, uh, it refers to the process of discussion on the terms and conditions of sales between the customer and the salesperson. Ultimately, it leads to conclusion of an agreement on price and other terms of the offer so that ownership and possession can be transferred to the customer. Then the next step, promotion basically refers to the promotion of offerings of the company. The offerings may be products or services, uh, and the utility of this product and services, and how this can satisfy the need of the potential customers. So this should be highlighted to the customers through advertisement and different modes of sales promotion. Physical distribution refers to actual transfer of possession. This involves timely and safe delivery of products or goods to the customers. The last point, collection, involves, and it basically refers to collection of customer information uh, and revenue generated for different uh, purposes of the company and future demand forecasting. So in this slide, we are going to study about the key decisions uh, which are required in sales strategy formulation. Development of sales strategy is very important, and it plays a very crucial role in determining the success of the company. So the first key decision is on the type and quality of sales personnel to be hired. Second, the management needs to determine the size of sales force uh, to be placed to execute the sales strategy. Third key decision is the organizational structure and design of sales department. The fourth key decision is territory design. Territory design basically refers to the area each sales manager will be entrusted to carry out his sales effort. Again, the recruitment and training procedures for the sales staff should be clearly defined, as well as which individual should be allocated which tasks. Those decisions are also very crucial for successful implementation of sales strategy. Compensation is another key point and decision. Compensation to the sales staff should be designed in such a way that it can sustain their minimum daily expenditure, as well as there should be sufficient scope of incentives. The compensation package will contain basically two parts. One is fixed salary, monthly salary, plus there will be some incentives based on the performance of the sales staff. So these incentives motivate the salesperson to give more effort to achieve the organizational targets. The next key decision is on performance appraisal. So it is the appraisal of the sales individuals. So there are different techniques for performance appraisal. One commonly used technique is 360-degree performance appraisal, and this performance appraisal helps in analyzing the performance of the sales personnel, and if required, uh, we can provide some guidance to the underperformers, or it also helps in uh, selecting the potential candidates for promotion, as well as designing orientation programs and trainings. The third, then the next point is control system. So there should be a control system to control the sales effort of the organization. There should be sufficient scope for coordination among the different departments of the marketing department, as well as the territorial managers, sales managers, and the sales staff to achieve organizational objectives. So, as I have said earlier, development of sales strategy is very important, and it plays a very crucial role in determining the success of the company. So there are certain steps in the strategy development formulation process. The number one step is market analysis and environment analysis. Environment analysis uh, involves the process of scanning the social environment, political environment, economic environment, and the technological environment of the market we are trying to enter. These have significant influence on the ability of company to sell its products and services. Again, in um, market analysis, we try to study the type of competitors already present in that market, the substitutes of the products which are going to offer in our target market. Then we, in market analysis, we try to uh, identify the market share of the competitors as well as the competing products or their substitutes. We try to study the market size, the growth potential of our target market, the consumer needs, and the expectations. So, assessment of the competitive situation and the corporate goals to determine the output that sales management is expected to give helps in achieving the sales target. The second step in strategy development formulation is defining the sales management objectives. It basically involves defining the goals in terms of delivering these outputs both in quantitative and qualitative terms. So, quantitative terms basically refers to the sales volume, the sales cost, etc. And the qualitative terms refers to other qualitative factors such as strengthening the relationship with dealers and the manufacturing companies in general sense. In retail sector, uh, it relates to creation of favorable image of the retail store in the minds of customers, that is enhancing brand image, then developing good customer support and customer service, and building relationship with customers, that is building a base of loyal customers. So the third step of strategy development formulation involves designing the sales strategy by the taking some key decisions which we have discussed in the previous slide. It basically relates to taking decision on the type of sales personnel we are going to hire, the type of sales effort required to achieve the sales objectives, the size of sales force because we have to pay compensation to them, and it will result in operations cost. Then determining the size of territory and the type of channel support and coordination between the different components of the marketing department and the organization as a whole. So all these three steps, if executed in an effective way, will determine the success of our sales strategy, and it will result in increasing our sales revenue as well as profit of our organization. Thank you.